I opened up this book called Har Karkom, The Mountain of God. It's by some non-academic person, apologetic arguments, but it's got photos of petroglyphs. Check it out. The top one I showed you recently in my video, more proto-Sinaitic inscriptions, question mark. But I'd forgotten about this one. I read this book about a year ago, but I hadn't gone public with it yet. So here's me going public. The bottom one, and I find this character interesting because this is one that is very confusing on the other proto-Sinaitic inscriptions. It's kind of an ugly glyph. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it can raise our confidence on interpreting the other occurrences of it. I'm not sure if this looks like language to me. The first thing I thought just now when I looked at this was that these on the left sorry about the noise. The first thing that I thought when I looked at these just now, again, was these all have kind of a fork pointing up shape. So I'm wondering if maybe putting them next to each other is supposed to be practice on how to distinguish possibly confusable glyphs. Because if you say, oh, it's the one that's forked and it's pointing up, it looks like a person's arm's pointing up. Well, there's four in a row that look kind of like they've got that shape. And when you put them next to each other, it's easy to see what makes them distinct from each other. I love the clarity of this inscription. It's going to be easy to get to a baseline of agreement of if anybody illustrates these, their illustrations are going to look the same. They're not confusing, they're not bad photos like some of the older ones. So let's get started on trying to interpret these. I think this one could be an N spine from a hieroglyph, but I'm hoping that it's an H. I'm hoping that it's an ancestor to the early H's that have occasionally 4, but usually 3 crossbars coming out of one side of a stem. But that one, if this is a correct orientation with it lying on its back like that, it looks more like hieroglyphs for N or M. The M, I mean, is the Min game board, and it's the Senate game board. And the N I'm thinking of is a spine that one scholar said that in Onra scarabs, these famous, well, not famous enough Onra scarabs, that spine represented an N in those Onra scarabs was one hypothesis. Of course, this one looks like a T. I'm not gonna. You can see them. You can make up your own. Let's talk about these. Let's make up some guesses for what these might be, what they might mean. Are these language? They look like letters to me. They look like kind of proto-alphabetic stuff to me. I don't know. Let's talk about it.